Okay.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Yeah, it really does. Wow. Wow. Let me go get some coffee. The smell is Hey, Troy. Yesterday, these plants you were doing what you were doing earlier. I don't know what you're doing. 100%. It's not too bad, actually. Yeah, you feel it. Yeah. I feel like yesterday was. Oh, is this the live stream?
Yeah, it's up
That
right
looks
now.
great.
Oh, that's it right there. Nice.
Yeah, that's the.
Good job.
View. Thank you.
Wait, so yesterday?
Yeah, so mom, dad, grandma.
Well, luckily, I get to go after you, so
Yeah. Oh,
you're
man.
going to show me what to do.
Oh,
All I have to do is follow suit.
We're screwed.
I feel like 720p is bad.
Or like,
Oh, are you? Is YouTube live? That's how we streamed ours. We use some. I don't remember what like app or like what tech we used. No, we had no idea.
I was like, yeah, we can just stream off my phone or whatever, right? And then what happened? It was like you need 1,000 subscribers to stream off your phone. I was like, I don't got 1,000 subscribers, dude.
You can buy subscribers.
You can totally buy subscribers. The only thing I'm worried about is the fact that like my phone overheated last time I did this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
So the ceremony's going to be in here.
right.
Let's see. So there is.
An outlet right here.
Okay, that was not on the board plan, but we can get that in here as well. Okay, so small tube here. Okay, cool. And then, okay, and then I think you'll need a plug-in over here. So I think you can find an extension.
Oh, I think the power strip.
I think so, yeah. They're not usually.
Oh, there's contact.
Okay. Hey, Friday party. We accept the left or right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I hope he walks across.
The quality is it'll get saved.
720.
Okay,
So that's why I wanted to get a number. Like
Yeah.
maybe 4K.
so I was thinking what I might try and do is consult him.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be. Yeah. No, I can even give you my brother's phone for that.
Okay,
Whatever you have.
If
If
he's
you have a
got-
good phone.
I've got a decent one. If he's got like a good phone and he knows he has plenty of space on it. I
Yeah.
did take like 15, 20 minutes of video last night just to
Yeah.
check with my phone and hold it.
Yeah,
just to see what's happening.
Okay. Yeah. No,
So-
okay. Sorry.
How you guys? Cool.
We're in the area where the roads are.
My sister paid.
I don't think there's a specific schedule, so.
Oh, well, they've been kind of, yeah.
That's the big one. I think there's like.
What do you need, Maggie?
Maggie, we have your bouquet.
Maggie, they've got the bouquet. Did you get Vartan? Yep.
So Greg, we
No Vartan and Stephen yet.
You're missing some rubber.
Yeah. 2 men. Here he is.
Oh, look, Mayor got her
Steven with you?
Oh,
I was thinking college. Yeah, so much less than just Amanda's address instead of that big black. Thanks, Maggie. Sorry to rush you. I'm so glad.
this looks like an accessory of one day.
So I just gotta squish in a little bit.
Flowers.
Aren't they amazing? Yeah, it's just such a great background. The florist just put up that flower arrangement above Lauren and Troy right now, but having all these other plants in here is just natural. Beautiful background.
Perfect. We're just gonna go. The other one is
So how long are you in town for? Oh, cool. So you're gonna stay a little while. Are you gonna stay with Craig and Maggie?
Yes. Really far away. Hey, good. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
all right. Thank you, guys.
Oh, we're set. We said it.
Okay, I think we're free for healthcare.
Yeah, I talked with John, so that's perfect. So you don't have to.
Well, I think so. I think my family is yeah. We stay here. We stay until whatever.
Yeah, because you. So let's walk over. That's how I roll.
Okay.
Too beautiful to not.
This is my mom.
Yes, I met you in the last one.
Patty was our day of a new family, so she probably recognizes I'm just beautiful.
Yes.
So we're gonna do their family pictures in here, so we can head on in and sit with Marcia and watch her stay there.
Got a Lara bar in here too. You ever had a Lara bar? Worth trying.
So you want orange? This would you want? I know. So that's the
And that's quite the parade.
Oh, wait. Well, they're saying this is a choice experience. So Sam is there with Troy. That's
So Sam, this is my mother. Nancy McBride. This is Sam. And then, oh my gosh, the kids. They're five. Isn't quite right, is it? Amy, you look so beautiful. You look like little bridesmaids. Yeah. You look just like beautiful. Yes, very much. Yeah. So this is Rachel, Marshall, Amy, O'Neill, and this is my mother, Nancy, right? And this is her mother. You guys all coordinate so lovely. Yeah, we'll find out where you go. This is my mother, Nancy. And this is Greg's Marshall.
Great to see you.
Yes,
you met us.
We look a lot like Nancy. She can sit right over right now, and then we'll see her. Okay, we start. You want me to go find them? Okay. And your dress, oh my God, I think we're just getting one of those. I know. Yeah, baby.
You're gorgeous.
Something is right down the throat. Stay hydrated.
I was just joking.
Might have been a bug, I don't know. Protein. Touch you over. Had to breathe. Ceremony. I don't think we need to do it now, right? You get fresh enough. They're right that way. Oh, do you want me to stream it back there? I don't know. It's okay. So right over Sunny, we have a for you right here.
You need to give her the bio.
Yeah. So
Okay, so we're gonna start with all the things. So everybody, you. Are you ready to do Photo time for all family. Everybody out. Glasses on. Yes, photo. Probably flowers for me, right? Type Nicole holding up too. You're on the spot. You're on the board, right? You're up. Oh, good. You want me to take that back to the water? That way, yeah, just gotta clear it Someone over here. I think everyone just gets go to the front. Yeah, I don't know, but her mom or dad first.
This one right here. What's your gift?
Okay, the speaker record is probably better if it's reserved on the other side.
This is one of our guests who has cancer. We want her kind of separate. And that's the live stream that's rolling.
Oh, gotcha.
So we don't want her in front of that. She could actually.
The speaker being here with the father, I can also do this table over here and just go out of the way. Be up over here. That might be better.
I think, is this going to for when? Just for the whole ceremony?
Just for the ceremony.
Or just for the ceremony? Probably just based on her needs, we were trying to keep it kind of isolated.
And you know what? So for the live stream, I mean, could I just put the speaker here?
Yeah, absolutely.
And be back here?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because that way it's right near the.
We'll move that table up here as well.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Can you view it all?
Next 30 it stops. All right.
I think maybe you Oh, and then you need a pen?
I do need power, but I think
This is an extension cord right here, ready to. That one too. Let's see if there's an empty. Yeah.
do you know who that is? And can you just double check with them?
I think so. Somebody made them.
I'm Marilyn. Nice to meet you.
Okay, now you smell the flowers.
Do you want to do the James family one? Yeah, let's do it while they're over here. All right, scatter, folks.
Okay, there we go.
Just James. That's good, but there's.
Yeah, you can follow that.
Everyone ready? Thank you so much, Gabby. Good work, team. I'm gonna need some water. Okay, so I didn't like cry or have a moment, but yeah, it was just like, hi, how are you?
Right is thirsty.
So good.
And it's always a dry day. And it makes you thirsty.
My mom was like, you know, like the tears, the excitement for
Oh, wait.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no, you're good. That worries me. I'm so worried about that.
Somebody else, yeah, I think they did. I held that little bench. And they ran this from the nursery. So you can add these to the blockhouse and like patio and just add this. Yeah, so just the all day.
That might be a step too
I gotta do it. No, I gotta do it. It shows up all. Hi there. Peter and Greg. Your connection. Yeah, great. Yeah, we're just selling. Uncle, I'm Greg. I'm Lawrence Dad.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very good, thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, Monica. Great. Peter, Peter. Keep track of that. Let's go back. Good. Perfect. Right by the last one. Great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Doctor. Yes.
Yeah, because I gotta stop saying Melbourne.
So Sam the paragraphs is music here.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Is it gonna work for you? Okay. Great.
Yeah.
And you have a lapel mic for the. He is not here yet. He'll be here any minute. Yeah, and then for the post, we use the and let's see, there's one instruction on the timeline is wrong. I'm going to welcome people, and then I'm going to introduce the father of the groom.
I know, that's like close
No, we're going to go. Dinner, people have to go around. And then there's going to be back here. So there'll be some tips behind you, but these doors will be closed off until people sit and then open.
Yeah, so see,
For the dinner. Yeah, because they're going to flip. As soon as the wedding is over, they're going to come out here and close those doors while they shuffle it. Yeah, just unplug it and
I was just wondering how to record.
yeah, because the toast will take place in there. Yeah, because the toast, the head table is going to be up under the flowers. So we'll be with handheld mic up there doing the toast. So all right. Great, thanks.
What is the best you know?
Sounds on the side of the
Sure. We know this guy already. Peter. Heather, Tanner, Peter. Turned up. Where's all the guys? I just had these also good, right? And then there's another Peter. I wish I had
Test 1 2, test 1 2.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. There we go.
Makes sense. So you want to test it? Yeah, you go there. I'll turn you up.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. How we doing? Can you hear me? Hello? There we go. Excellent. That sounds good. We're testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. I see that. Testing. A little bit of an echo. How we doing? Okay, we're testing. Can you hear me good? Can you hear me? Okay. Yep. Hello? Hello? Just a little bit of muted. How we doing? You're texting now. Is that better? Better? Okay. All right, good.
Sorry, can you just talk a little bit more?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Yeah. Does that sound better? There we go. All right, now we're good. I am indeed. Okay. I'm Rich McBride. How are you? We've met before. I'm Dan. Nice to see you again.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, that was great. I just want to get there definitely can't work.
Yeah, go over there. Yeah, the lighting's not good.
Okay. So, if he steps backwards, it's bad. That was nice.
I didn't mean to run away.
See my smile, Lenny. Right. So that's probably why.
ready to go? Yeah, me too. Yeah, no worries, sir. Nice to see you. How are you? Yes, sir. This is my wife, Susan.
Pleased to meet you.
We're ready to go. Yes. Yeah, yeah. How are you feeling? You look fabulous. I like those socks. It's so Florida. So Floridian. Oh, yeah. She's going to be here. Like, her dress will be here.
About 6:30.
What a great day. The weather's fantastic. Guys, I'm ready. I'm ready when you are. Hey, John. Are you good? I'm doing good. Are you ready to go, John? This is my wife, Susan.
Hey guys, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you look fabulous. I decided to go with you, so I Go big, man. I love it. I love you down there. Sisters, good to see you.
How are you?
Like all these people coming up from Florida or showing up.
It's just a great, nice breeze. Yeah, me too. Oh, yeah. Yes, no. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see you. Okay.
Grace is still in my phone as my sexy.
Lost your phone got lost in the train or something? Or like, what? No, lost in the work. Now you found your phone or something like that. Like,
For all the steak out.
No, we went.
That's usually for
Ladies and gentlemen, just want to let you know that we are going to be getting started here momentarily. Before we do get started, though, the future newlyweds kindly ask that you please turn off your phones and put them away for the duration of the ceremony. Also, please refrain from taking photos. There's a wonderful photographer and video work that's going to be capturing all the special moments, so no need to worry about that with the phones. So we'll be getting started here just momentarily. Thank you.
You hear that all your life. Wherever they are, turns out they were right. Sunshine, a good time. Yeah, we got a few behind us. But when the bad times come, I ain't gonna run. Doesn't matter if it's diamonds or twine. I'll be wrapped around your fingers. Girl, you got me till we run out of time. It's your pour, the rain or shine. The wind's gonna blow wherever it goes, and the road is gonna wind. It doesn't matter if it's diamonds or twine. But let them roll, I'll be yours, and you'll be mine. When I look at you now, I see all I ever wanted. Make me wanna hang around and hold your hand when we're 100. Make love feel so easy, so simple and honest. Never been one to ask for help. I need a mountain move to move it myself. I ain't the church girl regular, twice on Sunday, quote you the scripture kind. I'm far from a preacher, but I'm a believer. 'Cause every single day before I knew your name, I couldn't see your face, but I prayed for you. Every heartbreak trail when all hope failed, on the highway to hell, I prayed for you. I kept my faith like that old King James said, I'm
And to the parents, immediate family members, and honored guests here today, would you pledge your love, encouragement, and support, faithfully investing in this couple's lives from this day forward? If so, would you please say, we will? We will. You may be seated. Welcome everyone, family and friends, to the celebration of marriage between Lauren and Troy. And before we formally begin, the parents and bride and groom would like to thank you for traveling from near and far in the midst of a global pandemic to be a part of this wonderful celebration today. What a precious gift your presence is here today. Each of you holds a very special place in Troy and Lauren's hearts. Thank you for loving them so well for so many years and for pledging your continued support today. For those who may not know me, I'm Dan Atchison, and the James and the Atchison lives have been intertwined for over 20 years. Greg, Marilyn, and my wife Susan met in the back of Rolling Hills Community Church. And Lauren, you were in Sunday school. And Nicole, who was just a baby then, was in your mother's arms. Our daughter Katie was homesick that day, and Susan felt God calling her to come. And so she settled into the back of the church service next to your parents so as not to disrupt the service, and she remembers how nice and welcoming your parents were that day. The following week, Susan and Marilyn were in a Bible study together, and they sat together and struck up a conversation about their desire to form a community group and be in the fellowship of other believers. We're thinking about starting a community group, Marilyn said. And Susan responded, us too. And that's the genesis of what would become a community group that has thrived and blessed our lives for the last 20 years. and several of the guests here today, including a bridesmaid, are part of that original group. And Troy, you should know that Marilyn, Greg, and the entire community group has been praying for this very day. Been praying that faithfully that the Lord would deliver someone who would faithfully honor and cherish Lauren. And today is a poignant example that God indeed hears and answers our prayers. So friends, this is a special family, this is a special couple, and this is indeed a very special day. And being asked to preside at this wedding is one of the greatest honors and blessings of my life, so thank you. As we proceed, I welcome you to join me in a prayer of thanksgiving to our Heavenly Father for his blessing upon this ceremony and this marriage. Father God, we are here today in humble gratitude and thanksgiving to celebrate the marriage covenant of Troy and Lauren. As we look around, it's not hard to see evidence of your handiwork, your divinity, and love for us represented in unique friendships, strong family ties, and the time-honored marriages represented here today. God, we're grateful for your abundant grace and your favor and provision in our lives. God, we ask of your blessing over this marriage today and for the rest of Troy and Lauren's lives together. If it's your will, bless them with children raised in strong roots who would grow in character and respect and justice and genuine love and a heart of service for their communities. Fill Troy and Lauren with an enduring, sacrificial love and a commitment to one another with unrelenting encouragement, honesty, faithfulness, laughter, and grace that never runs dry but overflows from its only true source, which is you. Amen. The story of how Troy and Lauren became a couple is a testament to the way God continues to orchestrate events in our lives to capture our attention, faithfully pursue us, and then bless us beyond measure. Troy and Lauren met in Harvard Business School in the fall of 2019. Lauren was topping off a stellar academic career with an MBA, and Troy was one of a select few graduate students, he said 10 of 160, who would combine an MD and the MBA, something I still have a hard time comprehending. They attended the same Bible study and church, and they're aware of one another, but never really thought of each other as prospective partners. Between classes, Lauren and Troy would join other HBS students as they gathered for 10 to 15-minute prayer walks around campus. For Troy, Lauren was this beautiful, seemingly unapproachable girl with designer jeans and perfect hair. She'd hardly recognize, even acknowledge me when I said hello. Not surprisingly, Lauren had a different take on this encounter. But for the record, Troy was sporting a glorious, untamed afro at the time. And his younger brother, John, told Troy, "You're never going to meet a girl with hair like that." Right? And John, I've seen the photos, and no truer statement has ever been said. So while on Christmas break, Troy decided to take his brother's advice and cut his hair. Lauren told him she liked the new look. God would continue to orchestrate events that would bring Troy and Lauren together at a Christian fellowship conference in New York City called Believers in Business. They found themselves in the same sessions most of the day, attending multiple breakout sessions in the healthcare sector. Troy and friends skipped out for beers in one of the afternoon sessions. We need to talk about that. And Lauren asked if she could join them, and he was super surprised. He said, "You want to come with us?" Troy recalled that Lauren seemed normal and cool. Lauren remembers how much he enjoyed Troy's company and the time they spent together that week talking and taking walks through Central Park. Later, someone asked Lauren and Troy if they were a couple, and she said, was kind of totally taken back and said, "What makes you say that?" Their first official date was March 13th, 2020, just before spring break at a shoddy restaurant across the street from Harvard Business School called the Hot Pot. Is it still there? Okay, good. Literally the next day, the city of Boston abruptly shut down and went into quarantine. Lauren's things were packed in boxes and ready to be shipped back to Portland. Lauren had a decision to make. Fly home for spring break, recognizing the classes would surely be virtual, or weather the storm in Boston. She felt God calling her to stay, and I did. They were quarantine buddies for 4 months. They took walks together, they studied together, they cooked together, and I think to their mutual surprise and delight, their friendship quickly blossomed and they fell in love very quickly. They said they did all the older couple things first, and only recently have they had a chance to travel and meet each other's friends and go on real dates. They described it as guilty love, because while so many were struggling, they were profoundly blessed. I need to remind the two of you that God's plan for us is to give us the desires of our hearts. Never apologize or feel guilty again. Enjoy your love for the very true blessing it is from our Creator. It has been my pleasure getting to know Troy as this past couple months as we planned his service. He's articulate, thoughtful, kind, considerate, honesty and integrity at the core of who he is. He's gregarious, makes friends easily, and his friends call him the ultimate extrovert. Am I right, guys? He's quick-witted. He loves to make people laugh, and as a result, he's very often the life of the party, and I've seen that for myself. In high school, he played basketball and tennis, and somewhat sheepishly admitted to being a math club nerd, which is kind of a badge of honor. Upon graduating from Columbia University with a degree in philosophy, he went on to teach biology to socially and economically disadvantaged kids in inner city Chicago at a private school founded by the father of his co-best man, Ike. Troy took a break from teaching, moved to Los Angeles, and an intern with a heart surgeon, and that's where he fell in love with medicine. He returned to Chicago, resumed teaching, and started applying to medical schools. He's a hard worker, he's driven, he's a visionary, and to no one's surprise, he excelled at Harvard and just recently landed one of the most prestigious and coveted residencies in New York City and will be trained as an orthopedic surgeon. I told him to hurry up, my joints are all worn out. Sam and Amy, you should be very proud. You've raised an amazing young man. Just amazing. I've known Lauren since she was a toddler. I love Lauren. She's strikingly beautiful on the outside, but her true beauty lies within. She's a kind and generous soul, a loving daughter, a faithful and loyal friend. She's a gifted athlete too, and the James sisters were varsity tennis doubles and a force to reckon with, as I recall. At Oregon State, she competed in the equestrian team in a sport renowned for requiring huge financial investment. She competed on a bare bones budget, even sewing her own competitive apparel, and partnering with an 18-year-old unheralded horse named Samson, won the American Quarter Horse Association's Novice World Championship in showmanship. After graduation, she took a position with Genentech, one of the premier biotechnology companies in the world, where she distinguished herself as one of the best and brightest up-and-comers. And while at Genentech, she led lean manufacturing Kaizens with facilitators from Boston Consulting Group. Intrigued by BCG's unique approach, she thought of perhaps one day joining their world-class organization. But she knew to accomplish that goal, she needed an MBA from a prestigious institution. And I remember the day when, how proud your folks were when she got the letter of acceptance from Harvard. One of the many things that I admire about Lauren is her quiet confidence and unrelenting determination. She's very much her own person, willing to stand alone to be true to her values and beliefs. She's highly driven, a consummate organizer and planner, and today is certainly evidence of that. To me, however, what's most attractive and endearing about Lauren is the depth and vitality of her faith. God is very much at the center of her life, and she's committed to living her life in such a way as to honor God. Greg and Marilyn, you've raised an amazing young woman. I believe there's a lot of power in words, especially those carefully chosen. Independently, I asked Troy and Lauren to share some words to describe the other person, and they've agreed to allow me to share them with you today. They'll be hearing their partner's responses for the very first time, along with all of you. So you ready to go? All right. For the words to describe Troy, Lauren responded, he's wonderful. He loves actively. He's intentional. An extrovert who forms deep, lasting friendships. Fun and goofy. You like to make people laugh and smile. You're perceptive, and you're especially so to sensing other people's needs. You're generous. You will not say no matter how busy you are. You're a passionate mentor. And as you often use the phrase, sending the elevator back down, which is this implicit notion of the importance of helping others rise up. And finally, someone who pursues excellence in all that he does. And for the words to describe Lauren, Troy chose a shining example of a godly woman. always smiling, even when she's having a bad day. A big heart, cares so deeply for others. A woman of deep faith. A person with strong morals, with a compass that points to the Lord. An artist, creative genius. Everything she touches becomes more beautiful. And my personal favorite, someone who inspires me, brought me closer to the Lord, and refined me as a man. How sweet is that? Through their carefully chosen words, this couple has affirmed what perhaps all of you have known here for some time. These two are very much in love. They genuinely desire to bring out the very best in one another. Their love is rich, it's palpable, and it's truly a gift from God. In short, they're perfect for one another. One of the most common scriptures read at weddings is from 1 Corinthians 13, and while these words may be commonly shared at weddings, unfortunately we rarely see them demonstrated in this world, and when we do, it's worth celebrating. There's one thing this passage can teach us, is that love is much more than a feeling. Rather, it's an unending, unconditional commitment that is often accompanied by feelings. But the feelings themselves do not determine the depth or breadth of love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not not envy or boast. It is not proud. Love does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. My beautiful wife, Susan, and I have been married for 32 years, which is a testament to her abundant grace. I'm far from perfect, but I take solace in knowing that God reminds us we're all a work in process and the beneficiary of his grace and his forgiveness. So with all humility and transparency, let me share with you two some things that I believe are key ingredients to a successful marriage. First, make Christ the center of your marriage. Love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. That comes from Mark 12:30. It's foundational to the Christian faith, and it's an absolute key to a happy and loving marriage. Pray together and worship together, and raise your children together to know and love the Lord. Love unconditionally. The greatest gift you can give one another is your unconditional love. It's not what's in it for me, which is sadly so prevalent in our culture today. Instead, your goal should be able to bring out the very best in your partner, for it is in this context that true and lasting love flourishes. Fight the temptation to keep score. Instead, challenge yourself to be the first to forgive. Never ever let the sun go down in your anger. Put your partner's needs ahead of your own. I know it sounds a little Pollyanna, but I truly want what's best for Susan. I know that's what she wants for me. And when that's a couple's collective focus, you two will experience love that knows no bounds and can bless and sustain you through even the most challenging times. Find activities you share in common. Make a point of time of spending together, and it could be as simple as cooking dinner together, working at the health club, taking walks, or even something as mundane as folding the laundry. For the demands of career and ultimately parenting, it's important to make time for one another. Separate lives that run parallel but never intersect seldom results in a happy marriage. Speak the truth to one another, but always, always in love. And finally, dream together. The ending of the first chapter of Corinthians provides a powerful message of hope and a glimpse of eternity that ends with these timeless words. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Now, would you guys please come together, join hands? Troy and Lauren, here we go. I, Troy, take you, Lauren, to be my wife.
I, Troy, take you, Lauren, to be my wife.
I promise to be true to you in good times and bad,
I promise to be true to you in good times and bad,
in sickness and health, for richer, for poor. I will be faithful to you and honest with you. I will respect, trust, help, and care for you. I will love and honor you all the days of my life. I, Lauren, take you, Troy, to be my husband. I promise to be true to you in good times and bad, in sickness and health, for richer for poor. I'll be faithful to you and honest with you. I will respect, trust, help, and care for you. I will love and honor you all the days of my life. And with these vows, Troy and Lauren will now exchange rings as a symbol of their marriage covenant to one another. May we have the rings. Lauren, I give you this ring in token and pledge. Lauren, I give you this ring in token and pledge of our constant faith and abiding love. Troy, this ring I give you in token and pledge of our constant faith and abiding love. And with these proclamations, what God has joined together, let no one separate. It is my privilege and honor before God and everyone present here today to proclaim these wonderfully exclusive words. Troy and Lauren, I now pronounce you husband and wife, and Troy, you may kiss your bride. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct privilege to introduce you for the first time ever, Mr. and Mrs. Troy and Lauren Amen.
This will be everlasting home. This will be the one I've waited for. This will be the first time anyone will love me. I'm so glad you found me inside, and I'm so glad that it's 599.
So we'll be exiting by a road, which is a handcuff of which each person will come through. And then I'd like you to join us on the patio here for cocktails in just a minute.
We got a lot of sunshine into my life. It's a little happiness I never knew. There's really more joy than I ever dreamed of. And no one can take your place. This will be, you and me. Yes, I'll be eternally. I'm a screaming together forever, forever.